have the video, which I'm going to be excited of. And first of all, we're going to shout out to my kindergarten teacher. She helped me a lot, and that we're so thankful you suggested this F-type and F-type. So shout out to you. We're so thankful you did this, and we'll do anything for you. Like anything, if we can do it, like we won't do anything like we would buy you a car if we did have money enough to, and the same exact model. So let's start with the video. And this is the Jaguar F-type. It's a very thin and flat, and not like the Corvette, but this is a sports car, or a mixed sports and a coupe. You can open the swing doors. You don't have swing doors like the big. They don't have windows, and these are wing doors, but you just slide them open. You don't have any sliding doors, of course, like a minivan. You have casual fronts over here. We're putting it on a stand. Open the doors over here. The hood can open too. Both of the doors can open. Look at this gorgeous front over here. You got Ferrari, old Ferrari headlights, like 2003, 2007. And you have this nice grill mesh over here. It's like that Mazda overlap grill. And you do have a front bumper over here. The Jaguar logo over there. It's Land Cruiser Jaguar. And we just unboxed the Ford Mustang. Ford Mustang. So we're going to do that in our next video and tomorrow. And this very good. You don't have very good visibility because it's not like an SUV or full-size SUV or like a minivan that has very big windows. So you don't really have good visibility. But with the modern tech or modern era tech we have in these days, you do have good visibility. You do have it's a two-seater inside, of course. It's a coupe. It's a two-door sedan coupe, mixed with sedan and coupe. If you mix sedan and coupe and EV together, it will give birth to this, a supercar. And super or hypercar, it has low to the ground pattern stitching. It's plastic if it's the toy car, a toy era car. And if you use a real one, it's very nice leather. And you do have headrest stitching. You don't have actually pillows like they put in headrest, but that isn't actually comfortable in the modern area. What is wrong with the modern area? And like the 2007 old area is okay. You could have paddle brakes, paddle shifters. When you paddle it up, it's very fun to drive. We won't slam it right into the camera, just a ride again. I'm not using my humor. I don't have good humor a lot, but I'm just saying that we're not going to drive it and slam it right into the camera. We want to crash test ratings, and that with the overlap front crash test, which I didn't even check. I suspect it's marginal. With this vehicle, it does have a very strong back, and you do have back protectors. With everything the sports car has, I suspect it's marginal for my taste. If somebody hits at the back, it will definitely destroy the bumper, but not destroy the part under the bumper. Like, you could still lift it open, but your car won't work. And the tires, which have a very high suspension, so even though this is a super or hyper car, it's prone to rollovers. And that it is actually safe for rollovers, but that's mostly why people get killed in these type of vehicles that are prone to rollovers. And it has very high suspension. You have 18-inch wheels. To be expected, they look big on these because they're very small. It's a two-seater. You have nice thin headlights, nothing special. At the back is nothing special for me. It just has that Civic bumper headline, and you do have dual exhaust, nothing special, not like the quad exhaust of the Tahoe. And the back is very nice. You do have a license plate over here, a Russian license plate, European license plate. This is made in China. Nothing against you politicians, but it's made in China. The front is okay. You have vents, nice little vents over here, and that we already did everything in the interior. And let's talk about the engine. The engine is a V6 engine of what I expected. It's very fun to drive and very fast. So it has quad exhaust. So with the quad exhaust system, it has the quad exhaust doubled on each thing. It isn't a fake quad exhaust. Some quad exhausts may be fake, but if you have those exhausts that stick down, that is fake. But if you have that long one that sticks right down, it doesn't have the venom blockers in it, that's not plastic, it's true real. This one doesn't stick down too much, it sticks up. So most exhaust that sticks like all the way up, like it's not a different thing, unlike the Tahoe, is not fake, or kind of fake. The exhausts are marginal. It's very fun to drive. Smoke doesn't come out of it. It's silent inside. It's a supercar ride. It's not silent when you drive it on the highway. When you rev it up, you can hear the engine sounds, which is not annoying for me, but still annoying. So with the drivability of it is okay. With the engine, it's a V6 engine to be expected. It does have a limited type of horsepower almost. Like, I suspect this 200 horsepower, but 249 or the range that I suspect 249 to 350 horsepower the Tahoe has more horsepower. The reason why comparing it to SUVs is that the suspension is almost the same with SUVs. Though tires are the same thing, if you go for the lower trims, and the suspension is very high. Like, you can adjust this to make it look like a sedan, but to look like a pickup truck that people in Alabama drive all over the mud and just off-road. No offense, Alabama. No offense if you're in the South, you're cooking barbecue, you're in Louisiana. I know I'm in the South too, and that I love their accent. And that I suspect nobody should drive this except GM trucks. And that I love them. And that you have the Jaguar logo over here. You do have air vents on the front. You do have vents on the side too. You do have typical headlights, which I mentioned. You do have nice polished aluminum wheels. I hope Jaguar can do better on these wheels. These wheels are basic, but not basic for supercar or hypercar standards. This car isn't standard, but just standard weird. This car is just basic weird. Just like any normal supercar, you have fin antenna. You won't have external antennas just like on minivans. So minivans, you won't have external antennas like you have over here. Hopefully they quit using external antennas on minivans. I used to think that, but now I like them. And that I don't like how these sticks out, that it's so close to the rear window, and that they have a very flat rear window, and that most cars have the window just lifted open on the full-size SUVs on the windshield, and you don't have windshield wipers. You do have your wipers up front. It's automatic transmission on some of the models. There's a nice touchscreen. The transmission is okay. No transmission issues reported. But I suspect Jaguar and Land Rover, because it's Land Rover, most parts are made of Land Rover, and the most reliable are from Jaguar because knockoff Land Rover, like Landwind products like in China, are basically better than the entire thing. Which is funny that it's a knockoff brand better than the brand that it's real, because the brand that is real is supposed to be better than the knockoff brand, right? And that I suspect not it's reliable, but just marginal for reliable, and that the transmission issues are not bad, but if there is an issue, it's bad. You have to fix it. The reason why you don't want to buy these cars is that if something gets damaged, it is very expensive for these, and that even though you don't die in a crash test, even if you don't die, if you crash this car, even though you're still alive, you pay a lot. Like if somebody hits your back bumper, you're in charge of it, not the person. And that example, you do overlap front crash test, crash the car, somebody T-bones you, you pay for it. So somebody sends you money to pay for it. So if you have insurance, use your insurance money to don't buy the car. Use the insurance money to pay off the car if you want the car back. If you have lots of money and mix it with your insurance money, you can get the car back and fix it. If you fix it, that'd be more. And you do have quad exhaust, which is not fake. If it was, it would be very expensive to do it. Anyways, so with the engine, it's okay. It's a V6 engine, not that reliable, but the clamshafts and everything okay. And then you have the back. You do have a spare tire. I don't see a spare tire anywhere. The spare tire is removed. So we're so thankful and I really like this car, and that we're going to thank you for my kindergarten teacher, and that to stay safe from the Delta variant virus. Stay safe, and stay safe. Be okay, and you're overwhelmed by the virus, so get calmed down by this video. And that I hope you like, subscribe, hit the notification button so you won't miss our detailed and informative videos.